I am living your poverty-stricken life. I cannot wait for you to make it. Ebena, I am too beautiful to suffer.
Ebena, please. Don't go like this. I love you.
Ebena took her bag and walked away. Her yellow dress clung to her like the confidence she had borrowed from somewhere else, somewhere richer, louder, brighter than this small village. In front of her, on the dusty ground, knelt her husband. Uche had never imagined himself begging. He was raised to believe that a man's dignity was the last thing poverty could steal. Yet there he was, knees sinking into the earth, his palms trembling, eyes wet. Ebena, he said softly, as if raising his voice might finally shatter her. Please, don't go like this. She didn't answer immediately. Her eyes scanned his face, the same face she once loved when it was full of dreams, before hunger hollowed it out. When I married you, she said, her voice calm but sharp, you promised me a future. I tried, Uche whispered. God knows I tried. When he worked every day under the sun and under the rain, he tried when the tailoring shop he apprenticed in shut down. He tried when neighbors laughed, when relatives avoided him, when his own reflection began to look like a stranger. He tried with empty hands. But trying does not buy food. Trying does not pay hospital bills. Trying does not silence the hunger that knocks at a woman's pride. Before everything turned up like this, Ebena was once a sweet, beautiful girl who never tasted poverty. She lived with her mother, who worked at the village clinic as a midwife. Her mother made sure she never lacked anything. When Uche met her, she promised her everything good, that she would continue to live her baby girl lifestyle. From the beginning, Uche made Ebena believe he was doing okay. Anything Ebena asked Uche, he would go and look for money to buy it for her. Sometimes, he will even go as far as borrowing money from his friends just to fulfill Ebena's wishes. When they finally got married, things started changing. Even though Uche was trying his best to provide for both of them, it wasn't enough. Ebena, on the other hand, would just sit at home doing her makeup and painting her nails. She never helped with house chores. Uche will come back and still cook food for both of them to eat. Uche never complains. He loved Ebena so much that he never saw her flaws until this day. That agreement had once sounded like a blessing, like the final answer to all the prayers Uche whispered into the night. He remembered the day clearly, the way her lips curved into a smile as she said yes, the way his heart pounded as though it would burst through his chest. He had believed, foolishly and fully, that love alone could stretch itself into food, into shelter, into dignity. Now, as she walked away from him, that memory rose like a cruel ghost. Uche, Ebena said without turning back, her voice colder now, heavier. Do you know what it feels like to wake up every day and know you are shrinking? To look at yourself in the mirror and see hunger stealing your beauty? He swallowed hard. I never wanted you to suffer, but I am, she replied. I suffered quietly. I smiled for you. I pretended I understood. She stopped walking then, just for a moment, as if something inside her hesitated. The silence between them grew thick. People look at me, she continued, and all they see is your failure. Those words struck him harder than any slap. Uche lowered his head, his tears finally falling freely into the dust. He wanted to tell her about the nights he lay awake counting coins, about the jobs he begged for, about the shame he swallowed every time someone asked him why his wife looked like a queen, why he lived like a beggar. But he said none of it. Because explanations sounded like excuses now, Ebena tightened her grip on her bag. Inside it were dresses, makeup. She told herself she was choosing survival, not selfishness. She told herself beauty was an investment, and she could no longer waste it on promises. Yet, somewhere deep in her chest, something ached. She remembered the first time Uche cooked for her, The way he burned the soup and laughed at himself. She remembered how he used to look at her like she was the only miracle he knew. She remembered how safe she once felt, even when they had nothing. "Uche!" she said again, softer this time. "I cannot lose my life before you know I am an understanding wife." He raised his head slowly, hope flickering dangerously in his eyes. "Then, let me follow you. Let us struggle somewhere else." She shook her head. "I am tired of struggling." With that, she took another step away. Uche remained on his knees, frozen between love and loss, between the man he was and the man poverty had turned him into. The village watched from a distance, some with pity, some with judgment, some with silent satisfaction. As Ebena's yellow dress disappeared down the narrow path, Uche's hands clenched into fists, not in anger at her, but at himself. In a world that measured a man's worth by what he could provide, not what he could endure, the dust settled slowly. And in that stillness, something unseen shifted, something that neither of them yet understood, something waiting quietly for its time. Ever since Ebena had gotten married to Uche, she refused to do any work at home. Uche had suffered all these years to put food on the table for both of they. One evening, Uche called Ebena and said, "My love, you are a woman. At least when you wake up, clean the house, cook for us, and fetch water from the stream like the other women in the village. While I go to the farm and work to put food on the table." Ebena told Uche she would not be doing such. "I am not a slave. I never work in my mother's house. If you don't want this marriage, take me back to my mother." Uche loves Ebena so much. He won't do anything to hurt her. He continues to do everything for her.